Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. It's me, ODO, and I'm here again for another review of X-Men 97, Episode 7. Will the awesome keep going? Well, let me tell you, pun intended, Rogue really steals this episode. Alright, welcome back. Yeah, we're doing X-Men 97 Episode 7. I've been a big fan of the first 6. Feel like it's a great return to form for X-Men. Been loving the episodes. We're going to be getting Xavier and Storm back soon. Maybe this week, I don't know. But the team's getting back together, and it's looking good. So, Episode 7 starts off on the worst note ever. The funeral of Gambit. Oh, what? I was hoping somehow he'd live. And, I know Magneto might be dead too, but... oh, it's sad. So they start off there, and all the X-Men are at the funeral, and they're, talking about his death. Mon ami! Oh, Gambit is gone! But it's pretty good. The animation's good. You get a lot of heartfelt moments, people talking about him and things, and Nightcrawler gives the eulogy, and you see everyone there, except Rogue, who's kind of the one who should be there the most, because he loved her. So they have their little sad funeral, a couple little conversations. They mention Rogue's not there, and Jubilee and Sunspot are hanging out. And then we cut away to, where's Rogue? She's here. She's flying through the air, looking strong and powerful. Where's she going? To a random prison. Why is she going there? Either looking for Bolivar Trask or Guyver, I assume. Guyver, I wish. That'd be cool. Or looking for Gyrich. Those are the two people involved with the Sentinel program, so that giant three-headed Godzilla mold Sentinel last time has to be their fault. So she's going looking for them. And they're in government jail. Well, let me tell you, too bad for government jail. Rogue shows up. She looks awesome. She just slams down with the superhero landing. Everyone's like, you can't be here. And she's just like, oh, I'm here. And she goes to break in, and they're all down there in the basement like, oh, we're fine. This room is set to prevent a Hulk. What's some X-Men going to do? Let me tell you what she's going to do. Get real mad and smash in your building. She has Miss Marvel's powers permanently. We see that in the earlier X-Men. She holds onto her neck in the plane until she basically takes them forever. I think that's why maybe Rogue and Captain Marvel haven't been in a live-action movie together. I don't know. Maybe one of the upcoming ones. We'll see. But she now has her powers permanently, and she is strong. And not only is she strong, when she's down there, she finally gets, through a whole bunch of them using awesome fighting tactics. One of them actually says, I thought you were supposed to be the good guys. And she's like, you killed all them. And I was like, wow, yes. And so she's looking for Trask, and she's looking for a guy, which I wouldn't want to be either one. So it cuts away from her then. She's got the information she needs. She's continuing on the hunt. We head on back over to Genosha after that. They're all kind of hanging out there. It's looking pretty wrecked. They use the Mr. Rogers quote, look for the helpers or the ones that will be helping or something. It was cool. I used to watch Mr. Rogers when I was a kid all the time. I loved Casey and Finnegan. I actually met him one time. They did a show and he ran around out back and he couldn't find Casey and Finnegan. But they were hiding on stage and I had to go to the bathroom. So I told him when I saw him out there. So I'm actually a big part of Mr. Dress Up now. But no, for real, he was great. But they're there, they're showing the cleanup, and the government's pretty much saying, we don't have enough money to, infinitely do this cleanup, and it's been a bunch of days since the last survivor. We think it's time to pack it in. Cyclops and them are like, no, even one more survivor would really help boost morale after this, terrible tragedy. So, makes sense. They're still going looking. The government pretty much says, optics can't do it, right? People are scared, so... even though, the mutants didn't do anything, they got attacked. So, if anyone should be scared, it should be them, but okay. So then we cut away from them cleaning up Genosha and, chatting to Rogue again. Yay! And she's flying to some remote cabin up in the middle of nowhere. That's what it looks like anyway, and it's in the snow when she gets there. And super cool, as she's on the way in, Captain America shows up. He throws a shield at her and she just picks it up and they're kind of talking. She doesn't even hide. She's like, yeah, I'm looking for a Trask and Gyrich. They're because of them, I'm pretty sure. She's mad about Gambit being dead, so I don't think there's anything he can say that's going to stop her. She is coming to look for them. So they kind of talk, and she's pretty much saying, you didn't take a strong enough position. Captain America should have been a better symbol and all this stuff. But Captain America's like, I can't just go around jumping in other countries and attacking people with this outfit on. So they go in. It's a secret facility. He's actually also looking for them, the same Gyrich and Trask. So they kind of have similar goals. But when they get the information about where they are, they see the OZT. Pretty sure that's Operation Zero Tolerance, which, if that is what it is, we're probably going to see Bastion. Bastion's like a super sentinel, like Master Mold and Nimrod combined type thing from the comics. Pretty, probably where we're going here, I guess. But so we see the OZT sign there, and they don't know what it is. I know what it is, and I'm sure a lot of you viewers out there do. And if you don't, you now do. I just told you. Operation Zero Tolerance, run by Sebastian. So she says, let's go there and do it. And he's like, Captain America's like, no, I can't just do that. Like, that's not right. So Rogue takes Captain America's shield and just pitches it off into the mountain. Boom! Go get that! And then she's gone because she's going to get them. We cut over to a fun little side quest back in Genosha. Jubilee and Sunspot. His parents don't know that he's a mutant. She's like, you gotta let him know. Like, what if they were to find someone in the wreckage? You'd be a stranger to them. He's like, okay, you're right. So they make a big deal about going to tell his parents and how they don't know and all this stuff. But they're pretty rich and like affluent. So he tells them, and they're pretty much, it's a nothing burger. They're like, yeah, like, you know, we kind of always knew. We're waiting for you to tell us. It's totally fine. But we're into politics, so kind of keep it on the DL, on the down low. And that's really it. Like, other than that, they don't really have a problem with it at all. So, I mean, it was kind of fun to see. She offers some spritzers and stuff. His mom seemed pretty nice. It wasn't overall too bad. I mean, it's as good a reaction as you're going to get from from the animated X-Men show. It's a comic, right? Anything could have happened, right? So then we finally cut over to Guy Ritchie. He's sitting in it looks like a resort. He's like playing with, butterflies and things like that, little bugs. And Rogue shows up. I gotta say, she's awesome in this episode. Everywhere she goes is just destruction. Here's the same thing. She shows up, just wrecks her way through the building, and the guards love the animation. She gets down to where he is. The guard is like, well, listen, I can't tell you who I'm working for or anything about the Sentinels, but, I want to let you know, Jean Grey, she ain't gonna be able to get my memories this time. Rogue just kind of laughs and like, I really like this Rogue. She's like, yeah, this is going to be a little bit different than that. She just takes off the gloves and grabs them and just like takes everything she wants from him type thing and like starts screaming. You see Sinister's face. There's a big black screen. She obviously passes out or something. Cool. This Rogue is awesome. Hopefully we get more of her this season. Then we're back over, cuts back over to Genosha then. Cyclops, Jean Grey, they're kind of rekindling their love, saying, oh, I'm sorry it got so awkward and this and that, just because you had a baby with a clone, things like that. But it was good. I really liked it. There's, like, conversations are pretty interesting, and they find a survivor, which actually does improve morale. Everyone gets excited. I thought it was, what's her name that turns into Diamond, but Beast said this person, I think it was Anna or Hannah, doesn't normally have the power. I just didn't catch it. I should have went back before I did this, but I missed it. But anyways, there's another survivor. Everyone is pretty excited about that. Then they get a radio call. And then we finally see Bolivar Trask. And he's letting them know, like, hey, listen, I didn't do the Sentinel attack. None of this was supposed to happen. I gave some DNA to Sinister. He said he'd get my position back. He didn't say he'd do it by a genocidal war and attacking Genosha. And they don't believe him, of course. They're like, yeah, but you created them anyway. It's all your fault. So he tells them to come to a certain place, and there's like a code, like get a diet soda, and it'll open some secret door. So they're all getting together, like, well, we're going to have to go check this out and see if we can stop this, right? Because the Sentinels have, like, wrecked Genosha. They don't want it to come back or any other problems, right? Then we also cut away. We got Nightcrawler. He's awesome, by the way. I love that. I love him and his powers and teleporting. And he's like goes from being a priest to like being Rogue's friend. She wakes up and he's there talking to her, and he's they have a nice little moment together. And then all the X-Men get back together, and using all the information they have, they know where Trask is. They're gonna go and get this diet soda and open up a secret place. So they all get on I think they get in the X-Jet or the. What is their plane? Oh, they all fly over there to where they think they're going to be able to solve this Sentinel problem once and for all and finally figure out what's going on. So then the X-Men all go to the facility. They get themselves a Diet Pop. Then they see the old Sentinel facility, seeing all the Sentinels and all the research and stuff they were doing. And Trask is there. He's out on a ledge. Gonna just, end it, I guess. He's upset about what happened. He tells him he's working for Sinister, and he didn't mean for all these things to go like this. I believe him, but I don't think they do. I don't think they really care. So he pretty much says they have no more information. He tries to kind of kill him, just go off the edge, basically. In a pretty cool moment, Rogue jumps up, saves him. Whoa, nice. So maybe she's not so angry. And she says, you sure there's nothing else you can tell us about what's going on or what's happening? He's like, no, that's it. I don't know anything else. Like, I just don't know. She's like, okay, that's fine. She drops him. Wow. Badass. Like, Rogue. crazy awesome. So then when she does that, I'm like, wow, that's the end of him. And I mean, he's terrible, right? Like, he made Sentinels, killed thousands of mutants. She's blaming him for Remy's death, Magneto's death. So yeah, like, everyone was just like, Morph's like, is this what we're doing now? Like, no. But he is, not only is he not dead, he just a huge explosion. He shoots up. He's some sort of super sentinel. It looked pretty cool when he shoots up. His skin all gets these red lines through it. It's like The Exorcist. He turns his head all the way around and looks at them, and the fight is on. And Rogue's already out of commission, and they all take turns trying to stop him. Not a chance. Like, he just overpowers all of them with their own powers, pretty much. Even Jean Grey. I thought she was going to get him. Nope. Cyclops goes full bore with his beam. No, nothing stops him. It's Cable. Out of nowhere, Cable, a man out of time, shows up with some sort of really cool grenade, and pazzow! It blows up, and that's what stops him. And he tells Cyclops, you just need one of these temporal grenade EMPs. Like, that'll stop him. And then when he gets up, he realizes, like, wait a minute, looking at his eyes, like, that's his son. Like, and he's like, yeah, hi, Dad. Let's skip the reunion. And Jean Grey's in his mind, and it's funny because Cable's like, yeah, you're not her. He knows the difference between the clone and the real Jean Grey, so he knows it's not his mom. So kind of like a little family reunion there. But yeah, really cool. Loved, like it. The fight scene was great. That was a really powerful Sentinel. I don't know if we're going to get more like that. I also really liked, like, in the middle of the fight, or right at the beginning of the fight, actually, Morph turns into Quicksilver, and then he, like, zoomed. I was like, I didn't even realize that Morph would get their powers when I must have realized it from before, but I just didn't remember that. That was cool, though. So, yeah, I like seeing that. He gets another, I mean, he got taken down, but still, it was neat. And then for the end of it, we cut away from all the X-Men over to our sinister bad guys. Then when we get back over with the bad guys, we see Mr. Sinister, and we see, he's in the room with someone else. He's kind of back on at the computer. It's definitely Bastion. It's definitely going to be Nimrod and Master Mold combined. And Sinister's kind of chastising him, like, that guy just ruined our plan. Now they're going to know about the Super Sentinels. And Bastion's like, don't worry about that. Sinister's like, we should let them all go at once. You should have tried to overwhelm them. Now the X-Men are going to learn too. Bastion just laughs. He ain't worried at all. He thinks they're just going to be able to overpower them, no problem. So now we see he's the real guy behind it. But as soon as you saw OZT, I kind of knew that was where he was going to go. So really cool. He's the real bad guy. And Mr. Sinister is the real one who set off the attacks on Genosha. All about dividing everyone. It's really cool. Like the villains. Really nice storyline. And then we get one last little scene where Purple People Eater starts playing. I don't know why it made me think of Fallout, but Purple People Eater starts playing on an old record player. And you see Magneto. He's not dead. He's collared. He's in a room and he's getting shaved. I believe it's by Bastion. And he's telling him, like, just listen and don't move and obey and you won't get hurt. And I was like, whoa, where's this going? So then it ends. So no Charles Xavier back this episode. No Storm back. So I'm assuming they're going to be coming back later on. But we've lost Gambit. He's dead. He didn't come back in this episode. I don't know if he will. That sucks. But overall, interesting episode. A lot of storylines condensed in here. Not the most action, but the action we got was pretty good. So pumped up to watch next week's episode. Still really enjoying the show. So really thanks for your time. I really appreciate you listening this far. Very happy you've enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. And remember, everybody, stay out of trouble.